How's everyone doing there today? This is CultFlix24 back with a video. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It's gonna be a haul video. I got some stuff here in the mail I wanted to share with you guys. I got a DVD box set, some Blu-rays and 4Ks from the Vinegar Syndrome July selection. So I'll be going through each one of these and giving you guys my thoughts or what I know about movies. If I don't know, I'll let you know. So everyone sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's get this started. So first off, I'm going to start with a DVD box set that I picked up on eBay. This was used, but I had to get it. It's the Breakin' DVD collection. If you guys know about the Breakin' films, they're like kind of like urban culture, breakdancing from the 80s films, which I grew up watching. Pretty much started the culture of hip-hop, stuff like that. I've always been a fan of these films, and I didn't own copies. There was a Blu-ray edition from I believe Shout Factory, but it's out of print. It goes for crazy money, so I decided to go with the DVD collection. Plus this has some extras I'm going to go through. So let's first off start off with the box set. This is the box set with like the breakdancing art, hip-hop culture type, which I love. I grew up on that. You do get, I'll get into the additions later, but just that art is nice. The set is worn, shelf worn, but I'm pretty happy to have this. It's like a rare set. So I'm gonna go through this here. Opens up like that, and then we get Breakin', the original part 1. It has Lucinda Dickey, Shabba-Doo, Boogaloo Shrimp. I mean, I grew up on this, man. As a hip-hop fan, this is like where it starts. And Lucinda Dickey, she's from Ninja 3. If you guys don't know, she comes out, she was an 80s star there. There's the back there. I'm sure you guys have heard of Breakin' classic movies. I got the DVDs, and I'm pretty excited to revisit these because it's been so long, and these are a staple of me growing up, were these films that I used to watch on TV back in the day. So there's Breakin' part 1, where Breakin' was born, and then you get Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, which man, I couldn't even tell you guys about these films. It's been so long, but I remember them being a blast from my era, especially that 80s, 90s hip-hop urban culture, you know. But yeah, these ones I'm real curious to revisit, see how they hold up. I heard the music is great, which I'm not surprised, man, because that's the type of music I grew up on. But that's Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, and you do get a bonus film as well called Beat Street, which I heard is a pretty good movie. I was hearing this was probably the gem out of the bunch, which I've never seen, I don't believe. But yeah, this has that breakdancing hip-hop culture from the 80s. We got has a lot of the old school rap, you know, rappers from the 80s that pretty much broke out the hip-hop culture and breakdancing, graffiti, stuff like that. So real interested on checking it out. And this is one of the main reasons I got this box set right here. Is you get pretty much a bonus disc with a full documentary, I cannot speak here, guys, with the hip-hop culture and the breakdancing and pretty much how it started up from the 80s and just went up through the 90s and all that. But I believe this is probably more 80s. But yeah, it has, you have the Rocksteady Crew versus New York City Breakers. That's classic right there. Documentary exploring the history, evolution, and culture of hip-hop with interviews and footage from top talent. This just is one I gotta check out. And it's a documentary on hip-hop. And then you get the graffiti art kind of artwork in the inside. This is a great box set. I'm really happy to have found this, and I will be checking this out soon. So that's what you get in the box set there. It closes up like that. There you get the artwork. It's a all-around great set. Okay, now let's go on to the Blu-rays here. I did pick this one up. It's called Some Guy Who Kills People. This is a film I I believe I saw years ago, but I don't remember it. But this is one I've been after, and I was real excited when they announced this because it's from a company, Television, and I've been buying stuff from them. It's pretty much like films on a budget or SOV type horror films, exploitation, action. They have different things, but this is like a serial killer movie. And I remember seeing this on TV back years back, and it has what's his name, Kevin Corrigan, man. Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. He just has like that menacing look. He came out like crime dramas and mafia films. I'm a real fan of his, man. And he plays a serial killer in this movie. It's like a comedy mixed with horror, but man, when I saw this film, I was like, man, I've seen that before. I want to revisit it. I'm glad they released this. Look at that art, inside art. But yeah, I remember enjoying this film, but it's a low budget film, but it's real interesting. Got your comedy humor mixed with a serial killer story, but man, I can't believe this one got released. I'm still in kind of shock, but some guy who kills people. Can't wait to check that one out. Okay, next up, we're gonna go into my Vinegar Syndrome package from July. I'll start with the partner labels. I picked up a couple of those. I got a Midnight Spares. This is an Aussie film from Umbrella. I've been enjoying these films from Umbrella they're putting out, so I didn't hesitate on that. There's the back art. It seems like a racing action type film, what I'm getting out of it, as you can see there. But I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with this one, but there's the back, tons of special features. You do get a booklet. I won't go through all of that, but because it is like a little raunchy, but it's like a comic style, which looks really cool, kind of like Grindhouse like. Oh, there it goes. Hope I don't get flagged, man. There, but yeah, that's this film looks really interesting. My style of film, like I said, it has that like Grindhouse type of feel to it. There, that's Midnight Spares. What year was this from? This was from 1982, early 80s film. Can't wait to check that out. Now let's go into the other partner label edition I got. I did pick up the Outwaters. This is from ETR Media. This film was on Screenbox, the streaming service that has horror films. It's real good. I was going to order that, but just for this film alone, I was going to order the subscription for the month, but then I went to Vinegar Syndrome and partner labels and they're releasing it, so I was like, never mind, I'm gonna get a physical copy. This film looks real good. It's like I could read it to you guys. There's a slipcover, the art, alternate art. But this is it says, deep in the heart of the Mojave Desert, under a scorching blood red sun, 4 travelers prepare their campsite. They've come to create art and commune with nature. They've come to laugh and sing and love. They've come to vanish. So like, I think this has like a kind of like creature element to it, which I love. But this one caught my eye. Real curious to check it out. There's a booklet, real thin booklet. And I'm real happy the partner labels Vinegar Syndrome releases, because I was, like I said, I was gonna order the streaming Screenbox just to check this out, but now I got a physical copy, which is better. So that's the Outwaters. All right, now we're gonna get into the Vinegar Syndrome package here, which I picked up. I did get the package. We have the Demon Rat. This is the most intriguing package to me that Vinegar Syndrome has done, because it's like basically all horror. So I was real. This is a double feature. You get Mutantes del Año 2000. So yeah, that's mutants from the year 2000. And the Demon Rat. So this is like Spanish horror, I'd say. I'm not gonna take that out because I always mess it up, but yeah, double feature there. Comes with a poster and stuff like that. This is the art I flipped to on the Blu-ray. Next up, we got I believe this is Italian, which I love Italian cinema. This is a Delirium. There is another kind of giallo called this. It's not that one, but look at that gloss on the eyes. That's just an awesome art. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome, their films are hit or miss, but you always know you're gonna get a great edition from them. I just love that art there, the gloss to it. There you got the backs, some sleeves there, and alternate art. I'm always up for some Italian cinema, so can't wait to check this one out. From the early 70s, 1972. That's Delirium. Not to be confused with the other Delirium Italian film. But here we go with Psycho Girls. I know nothing about this film. It looks pretty crazy. I love that art. And there's a back art. That guy reminds me of Leatherface, like a modern Leatherface or something. I don't know why, but that's what I got out of it. And then there he is again on the alternate art. And this is from the mid 80s, so I'm always a sucker for mid 80s. I think it's a Canon film too. You see the Canon symbol. Awesome. Curious about this one too. There's the inside. Psycho Girls. I've never heard of that. Can't wait to check that one out too. Now we're gonna get into the 4Ks. We got Gorgo. It's like I'm sure it's a kaiju film. Pretty much. I'm not too familiar with kaiju movies, believe it or not. I have not seen many. I've seen like the newer Godzilla and King Kong films, but the older ones I really don't have too much education on there, so, or know about. But this is awesome art. Maybe this will be my introduction to watching kaiju films. Let's see. But you do get alternate slipcover too, which is cool. And this is also on 4K. That looks real classic like right there. As this is from 1961, so you get a poster, Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD. Yeah, not too familiar. I had known nothing about this film, so interested to check that one out as well. Some kaiju films. It's a nice slip box, real thick, like that. There's a look at the art again, real dope art. All right, so now let's get into the final 4K here. We got Terror at 10 Killer, another one that caught my eye just from the slipcover alone. And there's the back too. This is, I believe this one's from the 80s as well. This is 4K Ultra HD. There's the alternate art, which is pretty dope too. 1986, mid 80s. I'm always a sucker for 80s horror. Like I've said that before, but I will pretty much pick anything up from the 80s, good or bad. But yeah, this really caught my attention too, like a psychomaniac killer or something like that. Is it something? I don't know, something like that. But I'm waiting to check that one out. Great slipcover, really like that. So yeah, that's my latest pickups, guys. I apologize for the rambling there. Hope everyone's doing well out there and having a great week. Please hit a like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is CultFlix24 back with a video. Peace.